For me. All of you work for me. Now go to work.
This viral video of a Somali man is spreading everywhere, and people are furious. In the clip, he's laughing straight into the camera, mocking Americans who work all day. And he says, "Keep working hard, so I can stay home for free." This isn't a joke. This is raw disrespect, straight up bragging. And that's why it's hitting people so hard, because it makes people ask the question nobody wants to say out loud. What are we grinding every day for? To build a future for our families, or to fund parasites who laugh in our faces? So yeah, people are angry. And now the only thing left is this. How much longer do you think taxpayers will tolerate this before they snap?
Taxpayers have already snapped. And the problem is that I don't believe these immigrants, or whether they're citizens or not, know what they're in for in America. They're going to try to create laws like any other country is creating. Some countries are creating deportation centers in their airports. In their airports, and this is a trend that's going to continue throughout the world. I think a lot of people are trying to get rid of their immigrants, and particularly Muslims, in their country, and I think it's just months to come. You can see, you will see a mass focus on Somalis in America. I think they've made a big mistake by coming over to this country and doing what they're doing. It's not something that you do in a country that's already told you in 2016 that we don't want Muslims in this country. And just over the last year or so, trying to get rid of immigrants, all immigrants, and citizens as well. Let's watch the rest of the video and we'll go from there.
Y'all out there, the Somalians is talking reckless. Y'all is talking reckless, especially it's one Somalian. I don't even know if I should call him brother because they don't want to be identified. They're not like us. So whatever. It's a Somalian man or Somali American man talking directly to Trump saying, "Hey, Trump, you go first. You leave first. You think we leaving? We ain't going nowhere. You going first. Show us how you own this country." He is talking big and reckless. This is ours. He's saying we ain't going nowhere. If y'all think we going somewhere, y'all got another thing coming. Y'all haven't even witnessed the takeover. They saying, Trump, you witnessed a small part of the takeover, but you ain't witnessed the total degree of what the Somalians have came to do. I mean, they talking. Listen, some people could learn some stuff about from them about how arrogant they is about this country that they are taking over. Gosh, I'm just saying, this whole Somalian thing. I'm trying my best to not like get emotionally attached or invested into it, but it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. I'm gonna keep y'all posted because they talking reckless.
Yeah, they're talking reckless, and I think most Americans have a problem with the arrogance. Okay, you come over and you do things like you've done. It's already 71 people have been convicted, and you've already exposed yourself. And the thing is that you don't know America, and you didn't research before you came over here. And this is a serious problem for those immigrants. This is not only affecting Somalians. I think the Somalians has opened a can of worms. And I think they opened a can of worms that's going to affect other immigrants. It already has. And also those people who America gave them a path to citizenship. It's going to affect them too. They're trying to make laws. They just tried to change the birthright law in America. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but the thing is, they're going to find ways to target not just only the immigrants, but also the citizens that are here now who came over here as immigrants, the parents, okay, of those immigrants that are now citizens. And I think Somalian people better be very careful because they'll find some way to get rid of you. America is not as naive as you think it is, and is not as stupid as some of you say or think America is. America's not that stupid, especially when it comes to laws and changing laws and manipulating laws and doing what they have to do to get rid of these people in America who don't appreciate America.
Do you understand the level of arrogance that it takes for someone to immigrate into the United States from a country like Somalia, their GDP is $12 billion. So they've almost stolen more money from the state of Minnesota that has fewer than 6 million people in it. They've almost stolen more than the amount of the GDP of their country. They come over here, and then while they're stealing this money, while they're taking advantage of taxpayers, this woman is going to sit in her car, look into her cell phone, and tell you and tell me and tell the president that we should be thankful that they are here. This is just how crazy this has become.
And this is it's the arrogance that blows most Americans away. So their GDP is what, 12 billion? And America has a GDP of 30 trillion. Okay, just take that into account. China has a GDP of 19, 20 trillion. This country is a poor country. And then you come over here and you try to scam the country, scam the taxpayers of America. It's totally delusional, you know, and this is a problem with immigrants coming over here. They don't understand the political arena. They always vote against their interest and cut off their nose, as we say, to spite their face. And it's been an ongoing problem from day one with these people. When will they learn that they're in America? Again, Sweden is trying to make deals with, they deny it, but the Sweden government is trying to make deals with Somalia to take these people back, to deport these people back to Somalia. And that's what the problem is. And all these countries are just piling on to say, we don't want Somalians, we don't want Muslims in our country. You can't come to a country and be arrogant. You just can't.
والله تتكينا قاجة ودي برايا والله بالله تتكينا قاجة ودي برايا
قاجة يدروهاش وانتي أبوات انتي
هو يانا
هو جرنتاي تباهان هاش
بري بيما يلا
مايا وابي مايلا هاي أوارد دميش أنا كنا دميرتو تكوح معين باهين نقصوكان كرو وح مايل
تمحاك صوتونتي
جيت كانوا صداني ولا كرا
هاي محلو سمينا
ولا أنا باهين وكلفتي
أمسيا خير نكون يا والذين عاونا يابتي هاي أمس
أبتي قفت الله أركاي أنت نسي كاجن ديس أن له أوارد جت بالعام واني بريان نيسوكار
سفر عقاري قصا إذا كي قصو دكتي جيت كان معك قبليسين
كرس كان عنا سوح والباوسة ديال المناح نفتان وعشرينه أوان وانا أباين وادنت وحنا صداني مالي حوار مقام 5 سنة أوار جتا
This is what we saw in the 70s and 80s of Somalia. We saw America giving food aid to this country and Black America participating in that and giving money to the food aid program to send to Somalia. Because we saw these people not just as desperate, we saw them just a meal away of hanging on to life. A lot of them were dying of hunger in their country. And then you come to America and you try to be boastful and say your country is a great country. No, your country has never been that kind of country where you can come to a rich country and then try to boast that you're in America and you're the American dream. Let's listen to this one young man who has Trump's picture and holding Trump's picture.
Biggest fear in life is that this man may never witness our full takeover. Yes, he may never witness that. He already witnessed our partial takeover, our little success in America. And he's the reason actually I know that the community in America is thriving. He is how I know. It's like, he's how we measure our progress. If he doesn't tweet, somebody messed up. I know somebody fucked up the plan. If he tweet, I know we're doing the right things. Yes, that's how I know. So, he's old and sick, I know. He may not witness our full takeover, but I promise you that his sons will witness. Just like him, we came to exist in this country. See, the land of free men, the land of opportunities. And we're here. And we're not leaving, actually. We're not going back. What do you mean go back? You should go back first. You see, if you come fast, you go fast. See? Just like you. Tell me how you own this land. Explain to the world how this land became your land. Tell the world.
You understand that this is a delusional people. I mean delusional. To have their young people saying those kinds of things about the president and the government, you've got to be delusional. You've got to be delusional. And this is not only delusional in terms of their mental status, but there's a mindset problem here with these people. I've never seen a people so arrogant. And not just as arrogant, but something is mentally wrong with these people that's in America, saying we're not going back. Do you know America will take you out some kind of way? They're doing it now. And America is so focused on getting rid of as many of you as they can. America is focused on getting rid of as many Somalians as they can, and many Muslim and immigrants as they can. And you've got these young people out here saying what they're saying, and it doesn't make sense. It seems as if they have some sort of a mental problem. They have a mental problem. They feel they're in the country of free speech, and they can say and do whatever they want to do. But just like Poland says, our country, our laws, and these people are going to find out that the hard way.
First things first, I'm actually so shocked that Trump is attacking us. I think Trump should be thanking us in multiple ways, and I'm going to explain. First things first, I think we are a good example of what the American dream can look like. Like, Somali Americans, and it's making me sad and it's funny, like, I know Somali people are very funny. We're like the class clan who also happens to be valedictorian. Somalis in Minnesota are so successful. I take multiple trips a year to Minnesota, and I leave so inspired. You have Somali-owned law firms, Somali-owned pharmacies, Somali-owned everything you can think of, and it's so inspiring to see that what my community could do in just 30 years. Literally, we came to this country not speaking English, not knowing anything. We're Black, Muslim, we're immigrant, and we're able to be that successful. It should be really applaud. Like, I need Trump to stand up and applaud for us because it's shocking.
A KARE 11 investigation into Minnesota's
This is a problem, especially with this particular young lady, is that she says Somali-owned businesses, Somali lawyers, Somali law firms, Somali doctors. Yeah, but how did you get through that process? Through stolen money and defrauding the government to go to school. I'm sorry, most of us don't have that privilege to defraud the government and get that kind of opportunity that you guys got. There's going to be a lot of heads rolling in your community when they find out what you did. Oh, they're going after you right now. Make no mistake about it. All you are on the internet talking about we should be glad. Look, we're part of America. We're part of America. Okay, Black people are part of America and been here for over 400 years. We tried to tell you, don't come to America and be so boastful, be so arrogant, handle your business quietly. But you guys are out there and you've been exposed, like this young lady here. She probably went to school She probably went to school. It was paid for by taxpayer money. And then on the other hand, you're defrauding taxpayers. You're stealing money from taxpayers. What kind of thinking do you have to get on the internet and say those kinds of things that she's saying when you know the money that everything that you built in Minnesota is based on stolen funds, stolen money, taxpayer money that was stolen? And you have nerve to get on the internet? This is what I'm saying, that you should stop these young people from talking so much, because all you're doing is exposing yourself again, and again. Let's watch the video and I'll come back with further comments.
Troubled housing stabilization program, already exposed for widespread fraud, now reveals an unexpected connection to candidate and state Senator Omar Fattah.
We did discover something raising what a legal expert labels serious ethical concerns. Senator Omar Fattah's wife was a listed owner of a housing stabilization company, even as the senator and current Minneapolis mayoral candidate himself was pushing legislation to fast-track client approvals for the taxpayer-funded program.
Senator Fattah, Senate File 2741.
A bill that will address a critical delay in access to housing stabilization services, also known as HSS.
It's March 24th, 2025, and Senator Omar Fattah is the sole author of a bill he says will speed up access for people to be approved for HSS. What was not known at the time was that Senator Fattah had an undisclosed tie to the HSS industry.
Does this raise any red flags?
It raises lots of red flags. Political science professor David Schultz has taught ethics for 25 years. He says what raises red flags is that Senator Fattah's wife, Keltoum Mohammed, was a founder and owner of Community Development Services, LLC, an HSS company.
This is a situation where I think almost anybody schooled in, government ethics 101 would know that you can't introduce legislation that benefits yourself.
Enrich themselves. In fact, today, Senate
introducing legislation that his wife is part of the HSS corporation, and he's trying to foot a bill that gives them funds, taxpayer funds. Oh, he's in a lot of trouble. He's in a lot of trouble. He's going to be targeted for deportation as well. This is a serious problem. And this is a thing about these people. They feel that they can come over and they have the opportunity to defraud the government, to steal from the taxpayer. And this is a serious problem. That goes to show you the mindset of people who are coming from other countries into our country. The mindset, the pompousness of these people to come into America and feel that they can steal from Americans. That's a serious problem. That's a serious problem. I hope they all get caught. And their leaders, this guy is a senator in Minnesota. It's just so outrageous. You just can't, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. Working in local government in Minnesota and presenting a bill that would fund his wife's corporation, HSS. My God, I don't get it.
Majority Whip and Foreign Relations Committee member John Barrasso, he confirmed it was all intentional.
Apparently they were trying to sign up so many people they ran out of names, so went to a website, www.randomnames.com, to make up names. And the money was so big, we understand that some of it went to buy BMWs, Mercedes-Benz. Some of it even went to buy real estate overseas.
These people knew exactly what they were doing. And of the 87 charged, all but 8 are of Somali descent. When CNN's Margaret Brennan asked Ilhan Omar yesterday why this fraud was allowed to get out of control, instead of taking responsibility, Ilhan played the victim, claiming Somalis themselves were hurt by the fraud.
I want to say, this also has an impact on Somalis because we are also taxpayers in Minnesota. We also could have benefited from the program and the money that was stolen. And so it's been really frustrating for people to not acknowledge the fact that we're also, as Minnesotans, as taxpayers, really upset and angry about the fraud that has occurred.
This is a serious problem. So you're saying we're also taxpayers. From what? From stolen money to open businesses? Open businesses with stolen money, defrauding the government, defrauding the taxpayers. Then open that business and say, oh, we're also taxpayers. Yeah, from stolen money to open your business. This is what I understand. I'll give you my concluding comments here. This is what I understand. Again, these people are from a poor country, 12 billion in their GDP. Just think about that. Compare it to the GDP of even China, 19 trillion. America, 30 trillion GDP, and they have a GDP of 12 billion. One of the poorest countries in Africa, industrialized countries as they think they are. This is a serious problem, and I go back again to food aid. They were one of the first countries we saw in receiving food aid from America. One of the first countries where kids and people with flies in their eyes sitting on the side of on the dirt road. And then you come to America, and America gives you the opportunity to become a citizen or be an immigrant in America. This is so delusional and so ass backwards. I can't even believe it. I remember I was living during those times. I was an adult in the 80s, in the 90s, and I saw these people, how much they were suffering. And because these people were suffering so much in their own country, America and other countries were sending them food aid. But when you come to America and you put yourself out there and you try to defraud the government, steal from the taxpayers, and then say you are the American dream. No, you're not the American dream. You're not. The problem is that you should have came over here and you should be talking to your people now, but it's too late. You should have been telling your people, hey, watch what you say on the internet. Excuse me, I got a cold. We can't do these kinds of things in this country. They've already told you we don't like Muslims from a Muslim ban. And then you still come over here and you try to steal from America. And America saying we ain't having it. That's why they're exposing it right now. That's why they have ICE there shooting people. And I'm going to say something about these Americans too. I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. If you are trying to support these people and you are trying to basically cover up what these people are doing in Minnesota, you know why they're doing that? Republican or Democrat? You know why they're doing that? They're doing that because they're involved in the scam to these Americans. And I say go after all of them. I don't care. If Republicans are screwing up in this country, I would say the same thing. Go after all of them. Because this is the thing about democracy. Democracy gives you freedom of speech, right? But democracy doesn't give you the opportunity and the ability to steal from the country, to steal from America. That's not democracy. We have a very obscure idea of what democracy is all about. That is not democracy. Democracy for us is not taking from our country and stealing from our country. That's not democracy. Democracy is supposed to be fair and just for all Americans. We are not to have a certain privilege over other Americans. We all are Americans, and we don't have the same opportunities as some of these people coming in from other countries. And then they don't understand why Americans are pissed off. Even if you're citizens, you still have to abide by the laws of the land. And these people are not doing it. I don't care who it is. Like, again, Republicans or Democrats, if you're stealing, then you should be prosecuted for it. And these people who are coming stealing from America and from the taxpayers of America, oh, we have a serious problem about that. That's why we say we delineate ourselves from these people. And we call them these people because they're not like us. Just because we're both dark-skinned, or you both black, we don't have that kind of alliance to you. We don't have an alliance to Somalians. We do not support what they're doing. Just like we don't support anything. We don't support what the Democrats are doing. We don't support what the Republicans are doing. Democracy is fair and just. And if you screw up in America, you should be penalized for it.